There we go. Well, we've got you up at the bottom of the screen, and when your screen's ready, we can bring that up. So, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. So glad to be here among you all builders.
Yeah, I didn't know if we were going to have you, Nandit, or whether you're going to have your colleague or not.
Yeah, so both of us will be here today. I'll be going through our presentation, and then Ravish will be showing the demo, the live code demo. So we thought
Okay.
let's do it together. We both love talking to builders. So yeah, that's the plan for today.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. The way this is set up, I've only got this set up for having one guest on, so we might have to when he comes on,
Sure.
it might kind of boot you off. But
No
we'll
problem.
see how it goes. But anyway, yeah, good to see you, Nandit, and yeah, take it away.
Cool. Awesome. Um, yeah, I'm gonna share my screen now. Oh yeah, I think you should be able to see my screen, right?
Yep. Yep, we got it.
Cool, awesome. Welcome everyone. I'm Nandit and I'm the founder of Lighthouse. At Lighthouse, we're building perpetual storage on Filecoin. And what does that mean? So, perpetual storage refers to storing your data long term with just one time fee so that you need not, as a client, pay again and again and maintain your deals. And usually, the Filecoin deals on average are have to be renewed every 6 to 18 months. So, they are not so permanent, although the proofs are permanent on chain. And we believe with the concept of ownership in Web3, the Filecoin storage should be permanent, and that's what we are building here at Lighthouse. So underlying here, it's an interesting model that we call as growth endowment pool. And you can imagine it like deployed on multiple chains or smart contracts with Filecoin virtual machine as the core chain in between. And what happens is when you pay for a file at Lighthouse, some portion of it is taken and made storage deals with various miners on the Filecoin network. And the remaining portion goes to this smart contract based endowment pool, which is essentially meant to be governed by a DAO mechanism and lend to various DeFi protocols to increase the pool size and maintain the perpetuity of your files so that the clients need not pay again and again for your files. So, this is the underlying mechanism, underlying Lighthouse to maintain long term storage of files. And for the developers, we have four products in our suite. First is Lighthouse Files, which I'll demo today, which is like this easy to use interface built on our own SDK that you can use to upload files, encrypt, and share across to any user that you want. And the second is our Lighthouse SDK, which is this JavaScript based NPM package that you can integrate either in your front end React.js or in backend Node.js. This is what my colleague Ravish will demo today. And the third one is Lighthouse CLI, which is again a very convenient tool for developers to not just upload files, encrypt files, but also you can prepare your files. We just made that update this morning. So before making your Filecoin deals, you can prepare your files through this Lighthouse CLI as well. And fourth is our Lighthouse Kavach, which is this encryption and access control SDK that can be used to store private data and build token gated applications. And there are a lot of use case possible with Lighthouse SDK. Like we are already seeing some great examples with data DAOs. So just to give an example, like SPN DAO is building this credit score of data DAO, and they are using Lighthouse not just for storage, but also for access control. An application like MetaWork is using Lighthouse, how something like WhatsApp uses Google Drive to store all their chat images and data and like to encrypt them as well. And then we saw Ocean Protocol, they have integrated to Lighthouse for their decentralized backend service. And essentially, if you are building on Ocean, storing data NFTs and like building access control logics around that, you can use Lighthouse directly through Ocean Protocol as well. Right now, it's live. And we even saw like live peer demonstrating a couple of applications on Filecoin using Lighthouse. So we believe like there are like a lot of plethora of applications that developers can build using our SDK on Filecoin, ranging from data DAOs to token gated applications. Perpetual storage is our core proposition, and something like File Market is using Lighthouse for storage of their NFT collection. And then you can even back up your personal data as well. So some of the more concrete use case that I would love to discuss is one is OK contract, and this is a team who have built this cool NFT widgets that you can embed into any website front end without writing a single line of code and have an NFT minting functionality. Now the cool thing what OK contract team did is that every OK contract user has their own Lighthouse account. So imagine like rather than everyone's data of OK contract user being tied to their single API key, they have done very special thing with Lighthouse where every OK contract user gets their own Lighthouse account and in turn guarantees that even if someday OK contract as a platform go away, we still have their data in their users' hands. And again, as I highlighted with Ocean Protocol, uh, if you are using Ocean as a user, they have already integrated to Lighthouse to store data on Filecoin as well. And this is something we are seeing a very interesting application, and would love even like somebody would love to play around with it and build a data availability service. So we saw with Syscoin they are now storing their so it's like work in progress. So they will be soon storing their zk roller proof data on Lighthouse. And the key thing is rather than storing all these big zk proofs on chain, they identified that, oh, rather than doing it on chain, let's store it on Filecoin using Lighthouse. And then as that happens, you can imagine building this bridge from any uh, like chain, starting with let's say the zk rollups chains, but then with other chains as well, and back up all the state chain data on Lighthouse. And maybe somebody might be interested in this hackathon to build a data availability service where you token get all this chain data stored on Lighthouse, and then there could be like some fee for a third party to access that data as well. So I'll demo the first interface that we have here, which is Lighthouse files. And the URL here for that is files.lighthouse.storage. So yeah, let's head out to that directly. So this is our website, and to find Lighthouse files, you can click here on this login option, and you can log in through whichever login method that you prefer, be it email, Google, GitHub, MetaMask, or any other wallet as well. And yeah, so I just signed in from a wallet, and I'm able to log in into it. And to upload a new file, let me select this sample image file. The file is uploaded, it's uploaded very quickly. And
And just a
again,
second, we're not seeing. I think you're just sharing your presentation window, so I think
got
that's
it.
not sharing your. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Yeah, cool.
Cool. So this is our Lighthouse files. So sorry for that. I thought I was already on this tab. So it's files.lighthouse.storage, and you can log in into it through your MetaMask, which I just did right now, but even through your Google and GitHub login methods as well. And I can like upload a new file here, and we support like most file types. You can upload images, videos, CSVs, any kind of file types here, and easily view the file as well. So if you can see here, what happened here is this file just got uploaded, and it's the recent timestamp here, my local time in here, and this is the IPFS CID of the file. And very soon you will see this file being picked up by storage miners on the Filecoin network. So this is like more stronger guarantees that not just the file is instantly retrievable on the IPFS network, but also available on Filecoin network as well. And let's say you want to upload an encrypted file, you can turn on the encryption here. And this is something that you can do from our SDK as well. But we built this sample application and it's open source on GitHub, so you can look into its code as well. So let me upload this sample file of my colleague Ravish, who will be demoing today itself. So to upload an encrypted file, you obviously need to sign, which I just did. And to view this file, I can again select the wallet that I used to sign in, which is like an EVM based wallet, MetaMask in this case, and then sign and boom, the file is decrypted. The cool thing with this is this decryption and encryption happened without any centralized key management. So rather than the key to the file being stored at either the client end or at a single server. We use some interesting set of cryptography underneath called as BLS threshold cryptography to make this happen, and then share the access to the file trustlessly. So imagine building an access control around the data being stored here, where I can add a condition like I want a particular NFT collection owners to view this file. So I can select, let's say, a Filecoin virtual machine, and let's say if I deployed a custom NFT contract in there, I can select the contract type, then the contract address, and then put up a comparator that I want only users who own more than, let's say, one Pudgy Penguin NFT to view this file. I can easily create this access condition, and these access conditions can be coupled with another set of access conditions even across chains. So this logic works multi-chain. So you can have one NFT on Filecoin virtual machine, and then let's say 1,000 Aave tokens on Polygon chain, and then only you can access the file if you satisfy these two conditions in your wallet. So something like this, a complex logic you can build on top of Lighthouse and build interesting set of token gated applications. But yeah, to start off as a developer, you can come here, generate a new API key. Let's say I can name it key 3, um, and then the key is downloaded here, and then go to our documentation. We have like bunch of code examples here. But yeah, I think I'll stop in here and then let my colleague Ravish take over. Maybe I should also leave the call so that he'll join in right away. And
Yeah,
yeah,
well, just a second. I don't know if you've got any questions specific to what you just showed. I mean, I love that access control thing. I love the fact that you can just take arbitrary parameters and say, okay, if somebody has this NFT or this amount of token or whatever, and just build them together with a set of predicates. I think is that is really awesome. So that's cool. And the encryption bit. A lot of people ask about encryption on Filecoin, and I generally point them towards Lighthouse and say, what you do is you build that on top, and give them an example of Lighthouse as as how people do that. So that's cool. Okay, I'm just looking. I don't think we've got any. Oh, there's a question here. Megamake asks, in case this code needs to be adapted, is Lighthouse Files open source?
yeah, it is. So if you go to our website right now, and I'll also drop in the link here if you can see that link. But if you go to our website, we have our GitHub there, and then you can find this repo of files tab and play around with it. Let me drop in the link to that in our chat message in here. If you guys can see it.
Yeah, I can grab that 1 second here. I can copy that link and put it here in the chat for people. There we go. There's a GitHub address there. So I've put that in for that. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I think you're going to have to drop off your colleague to then join Nandit. So if you do that, and then he can join, and
Awesome.
we can
Yeah.
continue.
Stand by. Will be
Yeah.
here.
Okay. Great to see you. So yeah. Okay. So they're just switching over, and Nandit's colleague will be hopefully back in a second. So that will be cool. But yeah, I really like that, what they do there. Okay, we have him back again. Just 1 second. However, okay, Ravish, what you're going to need to do, sorry about this, is when you joined, I think it gave you the option of I think he's disappeared now, of a webcam or screen share. You're going to need to pick webcam first and then add screen share. It's a little bit confusing. Okay, hopefully he'll be back again in a sec. One of the things about doing sort of producing live shows like this, we ran out of time to get people kind of scheduled in for tests beforehand. So hopefully he will be back shortly. The stream is live, friends. Exactly as Dawn Run for Pancakes is saying, it's a live stream, so you get everything. Brilliant. Okay, so we have Ravish back. He's on the same link as Nandit, so it does say Nandit at the bottom, but it is actually Ravish. Yeah, I don't know if you just wanted to introduce yourself, Ravish, and away you go.
So yeah, hey everyone, I'm Ravish. So I work as a CTO of Lighthouse. I manage the entire product, its development, and everything. And I think it's the best time to be in the Web3 ecosystem. It's a growing industry in the early stages, so a lot of scope for innovation, and I like what I'm doing.
Cool. Yeah, if you want to share your screen, if you look along the bottom there, it's the one, two, three, four, five, sixth icon along. There's a picture of a screen there, and if you click on
Yeah,
that,
sure.
that'll allow you to share the screen.
Wow. All right. So I think Nandit left here. So let's start with
Yeah,
a quick demo. So if you go to our docs.
great. That's good. Yeah, I can see you. Cool.
Yeah, so you will find a couple of code examples. So these are like copy and paste code example. You just need to follow these steps. In case you are using React JS, Next.js, or any browser environment, you can use the browser code examples. And in case you are using on the server side, you can use the Node.js code examples. Also to mention, our Python SDK will also be live today. So there will be limited functionalities, but you will have upload functionalities and view your file functionalities initially, and we will keep adding more and more features. So let's start with a quick, let's create a quick application where we will be uploading a encrypted file to IPFS, and then we will be using token gating to decrypt that file. So for that, what I will do is I will just take this Node.js encryption example. I have already copied it into my VS Code, and if you can have a look at the code, this is the path to the file. I will be streaming a video after encryption. I have the API key which Nandit mentioned in the presentation you generated using the files depth. You can place that API key in the environment variable. Third is the public key. A private key of the wallet will be required in the server side environment to sign a message with the encryption nodes. So, and in the browser, this part will be managed by any of your browser wallet. And this is a quick function upload encrypted. That's it. With this, you can upload a file with encryption. So, if I just run the code, yeah, so file is uploaded to IPFS and with encryption. So, if I just open this file using any gateway, so what happens is it downloads me a binary. So I don't know what I should do with this file. Now let's try to decrypt this file. So for decryption, you can follow two routes. First one is you can, if you want to create your custom page, you can follow this decrypt script. This code example is for Node.js, and in case of browser, you can use this particular code example. We have already implemented it into a URL, which is view. So I will be using this URL, but the code entire code of this URL you can find here, and you can customize the page as per your requirement. So if I just copy this CID, and I need to change my wallet to the one which I used for encryption. I think it's this one. Yes. This sometimes happens with this. So you see, I am able to play it with the wallet with which I uploaded the file with encryption. But if I change that particular wallet, so suppose I now go to wallet one, this wallet don't have, that wallet is what the admin. This wallet doesn't have access to the file. So if I just open this file in a URL in a new tab, now I don't have the access because this particular wallet is not granted the access to the file. So now let's deploy a contract on. So we will be creating a custom condition, but what you can play around is so let me show you what are the possible conditions which you can apply with encryption. So suppose you want to grant access to the file to a user who owns NFT of a particular collection, then you can follow this code example. So suppose this is for a Wallaby chain. A method is the balance of from the ERC 721 contract, and this is the contract address. And comparator is like either he owns one or more than one NFT. If these conditions are satisfied, then the user will get access to that file. What I will be trying around here will be this custom contract. So you can summon any of the function of your contract. I will be using get, and if the output of that function is equal to 1, then we will grant access to that file to a user. More conditions can be tried out, like the native token condition. So if a person has this much Filecoin or this much ETH in his wallet, then you can allow access. Or a time based condition where you can have a birthday kind of example, where suppose a user has a birthday, so you can define a condition, so unlock the file after this many block period. All of these can be tried around. Plus you can combine 2 or 3 more conditions together. So if I just maybe copy this one also. So I'm going to try this access condition code example. It's in the doc. You can just copy paste this one and it will work. So if you want to apply one more than one condition, you can just keep pasting the condition, and you will have to use this condition ID. So this is condition 1, then this becomes condition 2, and you can just play around like this 1 and 2. So if both 1 and 2 are satisfied, then user will have access to a file. So let's try with one condition. So I already have a code. Let me just compile it. Okay, it's there. Yeah, I've already deployed it actually. So this is the wallet address, means the contract address. So I will just paste it. So this one will be my contract address, and let me take the CID. Here it goes. So now we have the CID, we have the public key. So the person who has encrypted the file and uploaded the encrypted file is only one who can grant, means create access conditions. So it will be my wallet. This is the condition, this is the aggregator, and our signature, and that's it. So let me just run it. Okay, so now conditions are applied. So so it checks if the value is 1 from the function, and if I go here and I just get the count, it's 1. So the file should be able to decrypt for every user now. Now let's just try this out. So I'm again copying it. Open a private window, check the wallet. So now again the wallet, last time this wallet did not have the access. Now let's see. So this time this wallet is able to decrypt the file. We can try something more. So now let's update the variable. Let's increment it. Hyperspace transaction can take a little time.
Yeah, it's one of the things we're doing live demos. You often end up, especially on blockchains, waiting for the blockchain to complete.
The transaction, yeah. Oh, I think this one failed. Maybe it was deployed with a oh, we can do it in another way also. So let's do it 0. Last time the value was 1, and so if I run this access condition again with putting it 0, what it will do is it will overwrite the last condition. Now it got confirmed. Let's check the value. Oh, it's 2. We can try it out. Again, taking this link. Okay, same wallet. Last time the value of variable was 1 and wallet was able to decrypt the file. Now it's not able to decrypt the file because we just updated the value to 2 and the condition is set to 1. Sorry,
That is
we
awesome.
didn't run.
That is really cool.
Yeah, so this is how you can play around with our access control feature. So if I just conclude the presentation. So as a bounty, we have a $2,500 bounty for using best use of Lighthouse SDK. Also, if you are using Lighthouse in any other bounty, you will be available for prizes. And thank you. Do join our Discord in case you have any query.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Ravish. Now, I don't know if there's any questions that are coming up. If people have any questions, we've got a few minutes before our next guest. So if anybody has any questions,